meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, absolutely perfect weather for September, even October for that matter. Nice and cool. In fact, seasonably cool. Temperatures running a solid 10 degrees below normal, and that's the way it's going to go for the bulk of the 10-day forecast. We're going to see some warm-up periods, but we have two more fronts in that 10-day forecast. More on that, plus what's happening in the tropics in just a bit. But first off, as we take a look at the big pattern, at water vapor pattern, a deep low pressure system up by the Great Lakes helping to pour cool Canadian air down across the U.S. and this big ridge of high pressure also supporting that, but unfortunately also supporting high winds along the west coast that will continue to fan those wildfires there. But locally for us, you can see that dry air being pile driven into the Gulf South. Not a cloud to be found today, and it looks like more of the same tomorrow with generally fair skies across the region. Just some cloud cover off to the east. And coming up on Acadiana's News Channel at 6, I want to show you what I found on that satellite imagery, the visible satellite imagery earlier today. I thought it was kind of interesting. Meanwhile, after a morning start in the upper 50s today, most of us in the mid 70s this afternoon, but more importantly, those dew points hanging out for the most part in the 40s and 50s, lower 40s at this hour. They'll come back up into the upper 40s to near 50 tonight, but that's a signal on how cool the air mass can get. So more than likely lower 50s, a pretty good call across most of Acadiana. Here's the big picture out in the tropics. We see that frontal boundary and some showers and storms along the east coast. Couple of areas of strong storms out in the Atlantic basin, but nothing overly organized at this point. However, the National Hurricane Center continues to indicate that there's going to be some development, low pressure development, maybe a tropical depression developing late this week and into the weekend. But we think this is going to stick around down here for a while. This tropical moisture will be working its way westward, and then low pressure generally expected to form here. Now, where it's going to go, we can't tell you anything. In fact, this may stay bottled down here for more than a week. In fact, let's look at the European model. First off, we have lots of purple and blue. That means cool, dry air across the U.S. The red means that deeper tropical moisture that'll be down in the Caribbean, then although spanning up toward Florida perhaps, so some rains there. More high pressure building in, so that's going to keep anything shunted down to the south. Now notice this is a week from Thursday, so we're going 9 days out and we don't see much movement down here. So an area we'll keep an eye on, but as long as we're getting regular fronts, no worries here locally. So here's your forecast overnight tonight through tomorrow. Nice and cool. Temperatures dropping down to the low to mid 50s. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures topping out in the upper 70s to near 80. And then tomorrow night, another cool one back down into the 50s. But here comes another frontal boundary as we head into Thursday. We'll warm up into the low to mid 80s, but breezy and cooler air will follow as we head toward Friday morning. Temperature-wise tonight will favor lower 50s. Look at this. Might see one location dipping down into the upper 40s tonight. That is fresh indeed. Low to mid 50s I-10 corridor and much the same down along the coast as well. And after that cool start, most of us get well into the upper 70s to near 80 for tomorrow afternoon. So feeling fresh out there. Coolest night maybe since late April. 53 the low. The reading we had on April 30th was 54 degrees. So I think we have a shot at that. Another beautiful day tomorrow with nonstop sunshine. Temperatures a little bit warmer, lighter winds tomorrow, so it's certainly going to feel warmer than it did today. And as we move into Thursday, getting back into the 80s, but here comes another front Thursday afternoon. Cool and dry as we head into the weekend with mostly sunny skies and a forecast, a 10-day forecast here, Scott, that, as we say, is suitable for framing. And oh, by the way, good to be with you this afternoon.
You know, now I can look at my bucket list and scratch off anchored newscast with Rob Perillo.
And me the same with Scott Brasdell.
Back at you. Thank you, Rob.